Hi guys, I'm here to do my May wrap-up video, which features 4 books, one with only a physical copy, and it also features my partner Daniel, who is currently eating some raisin toast. Moving on swiftly. Okay, so...
Not raisin toast. Dry bread.
Who cares what kind of bread it is? Okay, so we're moving on from food before I get hungry. The first book that I have here to show you, and the only physical book, is The Blue Door by Andre Brink, which was a very eccentric, obscure, I wouldn't call it a novel as such, though they do say it is a novel. I'd say it's more of a novella, sitting around 100 and something pages. It was about a man named David who kind of went through a door and all this weird shit happened, and it never was really concluded. So I gave this book, I believe 3.5, maybe a 3. It was an entertaining read. It was worth the read, but would I read it again? No. Would I borrow it again? Certainly not. And would I recommend it? Only for those who really like quirky, weird-ass motherfucking books. So definitely, if you like that sort of stuff, check it out. I do like me some quirky sometimes, but I don't know, it was a mind fuck sometimes, to be honest with you guys. It was. So that is The Blue Door by Andre Brink. And then I'm just going to read you these. Like, I have no editing software and I don't really care at the moment, so I'm pretty much in the process. If you guys have not checked my channel, I'm moving, so everything's all over the place. Even my brain is somewhere where I don't know where it is. Okay, so the other books that I have read this month were The Summer My Life Began by Shannon Greenland, and I wish I could show you the cover.
Sorry. Turn off the sound.
Lucky we're only 2 minutes into this video. Okay, and I wish I could show you guys the cover, but I can't, but I'm pretty sure you can imagine it, or picture it, or put it on Goodreads. It was a NetGalley book, and it was published in May 2012. I was part of the NetGalley JKS Communications blog tour. Woo! And this book only has 250 pages, and I did read it on my Kindle, which for 250 pages on my Kindle is a lot. I do like reading on my Kindle, but sometimes books that long just drag on, and I like physical copies. I don't know why. Probably because, when it drags on, you can close it and look at the cover and then feel like you want to read it again. Anyway, I gave that book a 4 out of 5. And this book was about a girl named Elizabeth Margaret who, is kind of rich, comes from a rich family, and she just graduated, and she got sent a letter from her estranged aunt asking if she would like to go to her bed and breakfast for the summer, and that is where the story starts. That is where her summer begins, her life begins, I guess, and it kind of where her life comes crumbling down as well. But I really, really enjoyed the ending. I love the family dynamics of this story. I thought that the whole concept behind it was very interesting, and they kind of had some subtle morals to the whole thing, but it wasn't like high on morals or anything like that. It wasn't also high on romance. I mean, it had the romance, but I think that Shannon did a good job with balancing family, inner turmoils or inner growth, as well as the other characters and her family back home. And yeah, some of it really hit home, and others it just was a really, really great read. And I definitely would suggest either two things: to read it in summer if you're looking for a summer read, or to read it in winter when you want to escape. So it's coming up to winter now, so it was a really good book to just sort of escape to, especially because she goes into, I wouldn't say great detail, but the way that she describes it makes you feel like nice and warm. So it's a really good book. So I gave that 4 stars. And then I read The Reading Group, which I won't tell you too much about, but you can find my review for that in the box below, which is currently on our Brewing Teabag channel. and I did give that 4 stars. Yeah, 4 stars. Yep. And it was just about a bunch of women who get together and they read books, and there's one for each of the month. And this one was published by Harper Perennia in 2005, and has 465 books. 465 pages, and yeah, I really did enjoy this one. It took a long while for me to get into, but the characters were interesting. The plot sometimes was a little predictable and a little overdone, but she also added some sort of, I don't know, fresh insight into, normal problems that people face, and it was interesting enough to keep me wanting to read late into the night, late into the morning, and it kind of stuck with me too, especially some of the situations that the women had to go through. Yes, they were everyday situations, but at the same time, the way that she wrote about them, especially Susan's situation, and even Nicole's and Claire's, even though I didn't get to see much of Claire, they were done good. They were done in a way that I enjoyed them, and I don't think they were done in a way that was harsh or, I don't know, false, if that makes sense. I'm not making much sense. But that is one book I read. And the last book I read in May was Flowers in the Rain and Other Stories by Rosamund E. Pilcher. This book was published in 1992 by St. Martin's Press and has 290 pages. I acquired this by my local library, and I'm very glad I did. This is my first for Rosamund's writing, and I loved it. It was everything I wanted and more. If you picture the old books that you read as a child, the sort of not so much classic writing, but that very rich, detailed, atmospheric, character-driven stories that just make you feel good inside. Even when they're talking about, trauma or anything like that, it was just a really good book. And I would definitely recommend it for winter, definitely. I think her books are perfect for that kind of weather. Especially considering this one really does feature a lot of locations where it is cold, like England and things like that, and snow, and this book really just goes into new love, old love, family betrayal, all that sort of stuff that happens in life. But I really love the way that Rosamunde writes. It's just I love it. I cannot wait to read more. I did borrow some books from the library, but I didn't get a chance to read them, but I know that I'm going to want to get some for my own collection because I just love her writing style. I wouldn't compare it to anyone else because I don't really like comparing books at the moment, or at all, because I think that books are each to their own. So she's just really great, and I do recommend, if you like contemporary, to check her out too. She's definitely contemporary, not chick litties type thing. It's not like that. It's more a variety of ages, spanning over different periods of time. So that was definitely one of my favourite books this month. Okay, on to the books that I am reading, and probably will be the start of June's sort of to-be-read pile. I won't be here for the most of June. I can probably assure you that I might not even be here at the start of July. I'm not quite sure, but the internet sort of reconnection from where we're moving to is anywhere between 10 to 20 days. That's after we get paid, and we don't get paid for another 2 weeks anyway, so it's a long time. So hopefully I'll have a lot of books to catch up with. I'll be writing reviews, and if I can borrow anyone's computer or whatnot, I'll be posting those up. But most likely you won't hear from me for a while, so I really would like to just pop these books in there and let you guys know what I'm reading right now. The first book that I'm working my way through is Paranormal See, and if I do enjoy this book, I will be reading Supernaturally, and I will be picking up Endlessly, which I believe comes out in July. I think it comes out the day after my birthday, so that would be definitely one I'm going to get for my birthday. I don't care. I will be buying it, especially if I enjoy it as much as I am enjoying it now. I did have to put it down because I watched a video recently by Krista from the Cubicle Blindness, and she mentioned a book that I had to go out and get as soon as I heard it. As soon as I heard her mention it, I had to go out and get it. And it is Chelsea Cain's Heartsick, and this is a book about serial killer, a female serial killer, which I love. Like, I'm fascinated with female serial killers. And I don't want to tell you anything about it. I think you should go into it not knowing too much about it. But I don't believe the context of what people are saying. It's like Dexter and Silence of the Lambs. Yes, it does have subtle sort of hints, kind of references, kind of, blendings in of Silence of the Lambs, but it's nothing like it. Nothing. And Dexter, I don't think so. So far, I am almost finished, and it really doesn't remind me anything of Dexter at all. So, I don't know. That's just what I feel about it, but other people might see the Dexter references. I'm only into season 3, so, and I don't think I've read any of the books, but from what I know of Dexter, it doesn't really bear any resemblance other than the part that she's a serial killer. And yeah, so, and I really do like Archie, and I'm actually greatly enjoying the psychological aspect of this novel. That is pretty much why I'm reading it. I wanted to read it because of the topic, but it just fascinates me. And I think that Chelsea's done a really good job at I wouldn't say she's kind of parodying things, but she does say things very bluntly, and I don't know, she doesn't fuck ass around with it. She just kind of tells you the obvious things, if that makes sense, and I like that. When I consider saying, you have this issue, she'll go and say why there is an issue, and what makes someone think or feel that way, and I really like that. So I am so looking forward to finishing this book and starting the next book. I will probably be getting it from the library wherever I live. Otherwise, I'm just going to go out and buy them. I know I'm going to buy them as well, but I'm really enjoying this book. Hardcore. Also, I'm going to be starting this in approximately half an hour. This is a June book club book for our Brewing Teabag channel. So it's called The Peachkeeper by Sarah Addison Allen. It's a shorty, which is good because, when you're moving, you don't want to read too many big books, but I'm looking forward to starting this. I'm thinking I probably will start it today, tomorrow, and try and finish this to go back to the library, because I've only got pretty much tomorrow and Saturday to read it, other than then I have to take it back because I'm moving. So that is my wrap up and my update, and I look forward to seeing you guys very soon. I'm going to post a small book haul before I go, and check out my reviews on my blog if you would like some more in-depth reviews, because I'm so out of practice right now. Anyway guys, thank you guys for watching, and I appreciate all my subscribers, new and old, and I shall see you sometime soon. Bye.